Hey, hello, I'm Kråkan, also known as Corvus Cornix, and welcome to Closet Movie Rambles, where I talk about old movies that I found in my closet while cleaning. This week's movie is Sword of the Beast. It was made in 1965, and it's a black and white samurai movie, about 1 hour and 25 minutes long. And the movie starts with the main character, Jinosuke. He's sleeping in a field, and he gets awoken by a woman that wants to have some fun with him. And while they're having or doing their thing, they get attacked by these thugs, and he managed to escape on a horse. And the reason why he's being attacked is because he's wanted because he killed a consular, I believe, and he is therefore declared as a ronin, which is like an outlaw and no longer an honorable samurai. So that's the whole premise of this movie. So the consular's daughter and her bodyguard is after him. So they basically find the horse at a stable, and the consular's daughter and the bodyguard hire some thugs to basically sniff him out. And Jinosuke goes into an inn and he demands food and drink. And back in feudal Japan, samurai can basically do this to farmers, and they just demand stuff and they got it. So, but of course the innkeeper rats him out, and he's forced to fight these guys. And he managed to escape into a forest, and he hides under like a rice carriage. And the bad guys basically takes their swords and stick it into the wagon. And of course he's on the carriage, so he survived this. So the guy who's actually driving the carriage or pulling it, he's actually a gold digger. And Jinosuke asked him, like, what do you want for this? Like, I'm fine. I found this gold on a dead person floating down the lake. And I was like, what? I'm good, like, what? Okay, sure. So then we cut to this other guy, or there's a flashback scene actually explaining just the reason why he became a ronin. And then there's like this other samurai. He's like in a hut, and he's like searching for gold as well. And some bad guys try to steal his gold, and he basically dispatched everyone but one, I think. So later at this resort, a woman tries to kill a man, and Jinosuke sees this and he knows about it. And later she tries to kill him while he's relaxing in a hot springs, but she fails. And then cutting back to the other samurai that was looking for the gold, and he's doing this with his wife. So they're basically collecting this gold to save their samurai clan, basically. That's what they're out for. So Jinosuke arrives, and there's a fight between the two samurai, and Jinosuke basically says that he will return because it's like an even fight. And then the man with the gold, he goes to hide the gold stash so no one would find it. And while he's gone, his wife gets captured by bandits. And when he arrives, he refused to give them the gold. And then Jinosuke intervenes, killing one of the bad bandits guys, and he basically leaves them to where they're at. And then the husband and wife is not on good terms because he basically tells them just to kill her because he wants to give up the gold. So it's kind of understandable that she's pissed at him at this point. So later at night, the wife goes to see Jinosuke and basically tells him that she wants to be like him, like a beast. But he explains like that's not a good idea because he's on the run. And he explains that he had to kill a consular and he was betrayed, and he can't, ever get back home. And then he leads her back home, and he leaves her there. And then the other samurai just stands behind the door and waits for his wife to return. And he's, she betrayed him, so she is about to die. So he just, lifts his sword, but he can't manage, to bring himself to kill her. So even later, Jinosuke is forced to fight one of the consular's guards, or like the ones that are after him. And then basically they need to leave the mountain now because the consular is after everyone that has gold for some reason. I didn't really understand the plot, but Jinosuke is forced to fight one of the consular's men, and he is saved by the other samurai, and he's named by name. And I can't even remember the name. I can't even see what I'm written here. But anyway, so they leave on the mountain, and the consular's daughter and this bodyguard are basically in their heels, and she is a woman of like high society, and she's not used to running, so she wants to rest a bit. And the bodyguard said, rest here for a bit and everything will be fine. And he goes away. And when he's away, she basically gets captured by bandits, and she gets raped. So as the gold prospector and Janoski try to escape the mountain, they get fronted by the daughter's bodyguard, and there's a fight. And then the bodyguard hears the daughter scream, and he runs away to see what's going on, and he sees the rape and everything. And Janoski runs after, and he managed to kill one of the bandits, and he managed to escape the scene. And he runs into this girl that tried to kill him in the hot tub scene, and she warns him that there will be an ambush up the road because now the new counselor is here, and he wants to wipe the slate clean. He wants everyone dead. So Janoski tries to warn the other samurai that was mining the gold and his wife about this, but well, things are not going too well. Janoski is basically forced to fight two of the counselor's men, and the counselor actually confronts the I think his name is Yutaro, the samurai, the golden samurai guy, and the counselor basically stabs Yutaro to death, and his wife also gets murdered. So it's a really brutal and dark story, and Janoski is forced to fight some more, and during this fight, or before this fight, he managed to convince the counselor's daughter and the bodyguard to actually help him, and Janoski managed to kill off the guys and the counselor itself. And then there's like a night scene where the bodyguard and the daughter, basically she forgives him for killing his father, killing her father, I mean, and there's like this somber tone, and Janoski knows he can't go back because he's now wanted more than ever, because now he's killed two counselors. Yeah, so that's pretty much the end of the movie. He walks out into the dark. So what do I think about Sword of the Beast? It's an interesting take. I was looking for a movie to review, and I was just being on YouTube of all places, and I was like, I like Akira Kurosawa movies, and I was looking like, well, maybe there's like a public domain or something on there that I could watch, and I was like just searching Akira Kurosawa full movies, and this one popped up, and it's like, no, this is not a Akira Kurosawa movie. There's like this other guy I have never heard of, and I was like, okay, I'm starting to watch this, and there's something about me as a person. I really like black and white movies, and samurai movies are awesome. There's something about the atmosphere, because these black and white movies, especially the samurai movies, they have like a visual language, if that makes sense. You don't really need to know much Japanese to actually follow along, because the character are the expressions on their faces just tells the whole story. So even if you don't have subtitles, you can pretty much understand what's going on. And I really like this movie. I can definitely recommend it, but I don't think it's like anyone's cup of tea. You know, I can't like recommend it to most of my friends, but if you like samurai movies and don't have a problem with like black and white, and if you want to watch something that's public domain and probably free on YouTube, then Sword of the Beast is a good one. So it's not that long either. So anyway, thanks for listening and or watching, and take care.